What up? Let's get weird. It's your boy Tommy G here with day 2 of the March Madness edition, and day 1 went very well, as expected, because I'm the best in the country at this. I am here with my boys, Evan Hand. Evan, what up, my dude?
What up, man? Doing well. How are you?
Doing great, brother. Doing great. Best producer in the country, Evan. I just read it on Yelp. You have the highest Yelp rating of any producer on YouTube. And Bill Rupp, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi.
That's where you fucking speak.
Hi.
Hi. Bill's a little shook right now. Bear with him. It's icy out. There's a lot of snow. There's a lot of slush. So, Bill, have you even – I know you probably haven't left your house with your broken back, broken leg from falling down the steps like an 80-year-old man, and I had to come save the day. But have you even looked out the window yet, or do you have PTSD?
I have looked out the window.
Mm-hmm.
I actually opened up the front door and looked at the steps.
Cursed. Scary?
Yeah, I threw some rock salt out there already.
Yeah?
I got to go out. I got to do my errands after the show.
How long? How long until you go out? Is there like – because it's still fucking snowing.
I mean, as soon as the show's over, I got to go. So.
Oh. What are you, on a cane now or just a single crutch?
No, single crutch.
Why don't you get a cane, like a cool cane with a sword in it?
I still don't have the strength in the knee. It's not there.
That's what happens when you're old and brittle.
I know.
Evan would have been playing basketball already by this point.
That's 20 years ago. I probably would have been running around already.
I've been using that adrenochrome, brother.
Yeah, you got to get that Dreno, son.
No, I'll pass on that.
So yesterday was the official kickoff of March Madness, as we've been telling the subs. Conference tournaments, the small conference tournaments, obviously we bet those teams all year, but it's usually math, right? We're not really watching those games, North Dakota State and teams like that. So the beginning of the small conference tournaments went fine, but really we started to kick it in gear once they got 2, 3, 4 games in, because then you start to know the teams, right? And we had a good day. Yesterday was perfect because the ACC kicked off yesterday. So we had some big schools, and then we had mostly the semis and finals of the small schools, which we've been watching for a week. So started off yesterday. I think we won 30 units yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Evan, the Stay Cashin plays I give out, do you know how those did?
I have the updates. I have the updates right here, actually.
Let me see. I know Ghost fucked me, so I know you're watching Ghost. You fucked me on my parlay piece with Clemson. So,
yeah, Clemson won, Bellarmine won, Wright State won, St. Mary's pushed, and that was So you didn't lose a single bet other than the.
I never do, bro. I never do. I'm very upset about that push, Evan. I feel like that was not.
Dude, the Avs gave that game up.
Yeah, listen, that's hockey. That's not me. The funniest part is anyone who didn't sign up, Ghost had his play on here that lost. He smashed.
He killed
yesterday, dude. We made so much money on hockey yesterday, and everyone in the chat was like, "Good, fuck those freeloaders who won't pay $27." I was just killing overs after overs after overs. He absolutely smashed it yesterday. So yeah, I think I won every game yesterday except St. Mary's that I gave you here. Plus we hit a plus 800 parlay. The St. Mary's push cost us another plus 800. We actually only win plus 400 on that. We won a plus 260 yesterday. Bellarmine won their fucking conference plus 950. We had a max bet on them. So about 35 units yesterday. And to start off today, we had 2 bets that I put out yesterday because I thought yesterday was Wednesday for Sacramento State, who won, and Syracuse, who won. Then I max bet Syracuse live minus 110. They won by 40. So we're up about, I don't know, fucking 10 units already today. And we're about to keep it going because right now we have bets. For those that don't know, we have bets currently going on LaSalle. They are only up by 14 points. A little disappointed in that. Thought they'd win this by 30. So we're going to need a good second half to win by 30. That's the spread on that game is we were getting 1 point and they're up by 14. So we got a plus 900 hedge if we want it. And we have some bets going on right now. Nevada, Portland State parlay. And I will give you a few. We're probably going to have about 20 today. So I'll give you 2 or 3. And if you don't join, you're fucking retarded. So 4deepbets.com. Click the banner at the top, 4deepbets.com. Come fuck with us through April 15th. You're getting a week free. You're getting free T-shirts. Bill, how long were we in the Discord for last night?
Till like 2:30.
Yeah, I was in there till 3 in the morning. I fell asleep in the Discord because Bobby was driving home from Jersey all the way back to Tennessee. I tried to stay awake for him. But yeah, we did about, we got in at what time? What time did we get in the voice chat? When I say Discord, I mean voice chat, doing a show like this.
5:30.
5:30. So we're in there from 5:30 p.m. till 3 a.m. And we'll be back in there at 5:30 today. So find me another site that's doing that has all their content providers sitting with you till 3 o'clock in the morning, fucking around, betting games, and then just talking shit and having fun at the end of the night. So that is where we're at right now. That is your rundown. Evan, give me some news to talk about before we get to the bets. Oh, by the way, we got Price Wallace coming on today, too. So it is golf day also. So Price
We got
Wallace.
Aber, too.
Aber's joining us, too. We got Aber, Price, college basketball, hot topics. We got it all right here. Evan, go.
I guess we got to start off with the breaking news that just happened. Carson Wentz is going to the Washington Commanders.
Redskins for me. I will call them Redskins forever. But Bill Rupp, Carson Wentz to the Commanders. What do you think?
He sucks. I mean, is he really? I don't know what happened to the guy. He was having that MVP season, right? Well, you say no. I mean, I say yes. He was having an MVP season. We've argued that before. Yeah. He got hurt, and then that was it. I mean, he just hasn't been the same. I don't know. The guy's got the body of a quarterback, the makeup of a quarterback, tall, big, strong. I don't know. I don't know what he's just. He's back in the NFC East.
NFC least.
Yeah, where that division, sucks. So maybe he can do something back there again, with those shitty teams.
I mean, I think Carson Wentz is it's just whatever.
Yeah.
The Redskins, they're a team. Guy. They're ready. The Redskins are a very good team. Like when they had Fitzpatrick, I was excited for it because they don't need a great quarterback. They just need a good game managing quarterback who could do a little more. Like even a Jimmy G, I think would have been fine on like the Redskins. I just fucking hate Carson Wentz so much. So I don't love this. I'm a big Redskins backer. I'll never call them the Guardians ever or the Commanders ever.
They're not going to be worse.
They're not going to be worse. But I'm pissed because that's a team that with a good quarterback, not even great, could walk away with the East. I really think Dallas sucks. I think they're going to keep depreciating. They're over the cap. They just like over Amari Cooper because they have money issues. I'm not a Dak guy. I think Zeke is washed. The team is just getting worse every year. And if that division was even remotely decent, you wouldn't see Dallas win 10 games. They're only winning 10 games because the Eagles suck, the fucking Giants suck, the Redskins suck. So I want those other teams to come up a little bit to knock Dallas down. But, I mean, we'll see. He's Carson fucking Wentz. There's not much to talk about it on there, in my opinion.
Yeah. What? I mean, listen, I'm with you.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big difference.
All right.
Evan?
Next thing we got is that there's a lot of speculation going around that DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett might be on the move after this whole thing with Russell Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think they're going to rebuild.
I mean, it would make sense.
Spoke about that yesterday on Rubbing Rackets. Why wouldn't they? And you said that the coach might want to stay there, but I don't see it happening. I mean, why would he want to do a whole rebuild again?
Yeah. By the way, Evan Shiva's message was complimenting my plays in there.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, yeah. Yesterday though, it was like one. I couldn't read
people come in here
else's.
try and post their shit. Like fucking get a life, get your own brand. You fucking losers. I like this today. No one cares. I'm the best in the country. No one fucking cares.
No one cares.
No one cares about your. Trust me, I'm the best. And you'll see that over the next 5 weeks. The what were we just talking about there?
The Seahawks rebuilding.
Seahawks, yeah. I was distracted by Bill eating his lunch as we go on air.
No. Every day I try something new. So
why don't you try it at 3 o'clock?
Well, today I'm eating smart food.
That's
popcorn,
gas.
white cheddar.
Okay, so why don't we do this then? Since you have to eat. Since you have to eat.
Join in with me. You could. Anybody has this, you're feel free to join in with me eating this. Tomorrow I will be on a different product.
Right. So here's what we're gonna do. If you're gonna eat
food, if you'd like to sponsor the show, I'll eat it every day.
And so if you're going to eat on the show, at least make it a bit like Peyton Manning. So you got to make it a thing where every morning you try a food. And
I just said I'm going to try
it. Well, I just gave it, but you got to give it you got to make it a segment. You got to make it like a little 2-minute Bill's fucking munchies or some shit. And so stop eating. Put it away.
No, it's good.
Yeah, but you fucking look like an asshole when I go to
Listen, I'll take one more handful.
All right, one more handful while I talk. Okay. So, Seattle Seahawks. You see what I do with Evan?
It's something.
I
something
had to
else.
wrap it up and make some more noise. And
Good. So, Seattle Seahawks have to rebuild. They got it. They just got a shit ton of picks. I know everyone was sitting there freaking out going, oh, my God, they raped them. What people don't realize is Denver actually had 11 picks in this draft. So they had a tremendous amount of picks, picks they got from the Rams in a trade, picks they got from Von Miller, from all the other stuff. So, yeah, the Broncos gave up a lot in that. But they actually, I believe, had 2 firsts next year. They had 2 seconds and 2 thirds this year. So it's not as bad as it looks for Denver because they had so many picks that they have stockpiled. I think Seattle needs to do the same thing. Just get rid of every player that you have. You're fucking done. You're dead. Get rid of Jamal Adams. Get rid of fucking DK Metcalf. Get rid of Tyler Lockett. Get rid of it all. Start over and just bring in as many fucking picks as you can and go through a real, actual rebuild. And it's really their only option because they weren't that good with Russ there. So how good are you going to be with him gone?
yeah, I agree.
I thought you were done with that last handful.
No, I got a handful.
Oh, my God.
Now it's down to like half a handful.
I hope you fucking choke. Evan, what do you think? What do you think goes on with Seattle there? I know you're a big Jamal Adams hater.
I think they have to deal everybody because they have nothing. Like if you don't have a quarterback to throw the ball to these star wide receivers, you're not going to be good. Plus their defense really isn't that good. Jamal Adams is a glorified linebacker. Everybody knows my stance on that, obviously, but I mean, I honestly think that Joe Douglas might try to fleece the Seahawks, trade the 10th overall pick for DK, which was their pick already, and then maybe give them a couple, like a second and a third, and then one player, and then Elijah Moore, DK Metcalf, and there's another Wilson throwing that guy.
Yeah. I mean, I think they have to. I don't think they really have a choice. They gotta do something and just burn the fucking house down. Did you see Seattle Seahawks Twitter yesterday as we logged off? Had probably the best tweet I've seen from a professional football team's Twitter ever. And the only reason I saw it was because it was liked by Evan Hand. So Evan, I know you saw it because it came up in my feed. And it was the Tom Hanks from Castaway on a raft out in the middle of the ocean. And it was the scene where he loses Wilson. And he's going, Wilson, where are you?
That is funny.
I'm showing it on the
was
stream.
Hysterical. It got like 90,000 fucking likes or something.
100,000.
And then, what is it?
98,800 likes and basically 20,000
I would have
retweets.
thought of that.
And then they deleted it. And then it said this tweet has been deleted.
I
So
wish
I'm
I
like,
would have thought that.
So I said Russell Wilson wasn't the only person who lost his job in Seattle today. They definitely fired that fucking social media director. But how fucking stupid are you to delete something that already went viral? Like, it's already viral. Just let it go. Make a joke out of it. It was funny. No, like, you don't have to play that persona on Twitter. Like, you don't care that
They traded him.
I mean, dude.
So, I mean, why take it down?
I have no idea. I know
Like
what it is.
On free agency, you traded him.
Listen, there's some fucking 80-year-old fucking Jewish guy up there at the top going, what? Why are they making fun of us for Wilson? All the fans are going to get mad. Fucking take that down now. Give me some bagels and locks. And bring that little girl over here so I could finger blast her secretly. Oh my God. Like, it's like, I mean, that's what they all do, right?
He sounds like that too?
Yeah. Bring that cheerleader in here. Tell her I got a meeting with her. And lube up my finger. But yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous. It was a fantastic tweet. Shame to see that leave the Twitterverse, but good tweet there. Anything else we need to talk about here? Major League Lockout, Bill? What's the update on the lockout? I was up till 3:30 in the morning, fell asleep with my fucking Discord on my phone. Therefore, my phone died. My alarm never went off. So I woke up like, what day is it? What's going on?
They said that they were in there for 17 hours yesterday. And owner said that if they come to an agreement today, there'll still be a 162-game season. So I thought the first 2 series were already canceled, and that on Monday, if they didn't come to an agreement, another week would be canceled. and then another week. I mean, so the owners are just spitting shit out that makes no sense. And like I was telling you before, it puts all the power in the players' hands. Like, you already told us that 2 series are canceled the first 2 weeks, and now you're saying that we can play all the games. Nothing is canceled until that first scheduled game, whatever, March 27th or 20th, whatever that first game is, when there's no agreement and that day passes, then it's canceled. But
would you refer to it as canceled or postponed?
Well, that would be canceled because you're not having it. Postponed would be if we played it later date.
Right.
So nothing's postponed or canceled as of yet. Nothing. So if they come to a deal today, which I heard is possible, they'll go right to spring training today. Players will get on their plane, jump wherever they got to go, and the free agency will just start today. We'll be hearing people getting signed tonight, tomorrow. I mean, it'll be nuts.
Content for days.
Oh, it'll be insane.
Yeah.
But I think I'm more on your side now that I think this gets done. Gets done very soon because now the owners are caving. They didn't stick to what they were saying. I mean, Tommy, you could only follow what's going on.
You
can only follow what's going on.
Fuck you. Fuck you. You don't get to fucking browbeat me for fucking a month and a half. And then as I'm about to be right, go, you can only follow what's going on, like that's what. No.
They told us it was canceled.
Shut your fucking mouth. I told you nothing was canceled. I told you nothing was done. I told you this deal's going to get done, and at most they're going to miss a week or 2 of the season. That's exactly where we're sitting right now. We're looking like we're going to miss nothing, and Evan Hand was here witnessing me tell you for a fucking month and a half, all you fucking yesterday rup idiots, that nothing matters until the deadlines are hitting. Nothing matters until March. Nothing matters until that window starts to close and players aren't going to get checks. But every fucking time you argued with me.
Well, they said.
I don't care. I told you not to listen to what they said. So you can't tell me they said. Because when you said they're saying.
They said that the first 2 series are canceled.
I don't care. I
so
told you
what do you want me to believe? You sitting out.
Because I told you in negotiations, people lie. Nothing is concrete. I'm a salesperson. I've been a salesman for 40 years. Since I was 3 years old, trying to sell my mom to give me an extra applesauce. Okay? I'm the best salesman in America. Salesmen lie. You have to lie. And I got that fucking applesauce.
She gave you Kurtz?
I got that fucking applesauce. Yes, it was Kurtz. But when this happens, you're never going to hear the end of it. Just like you're never going to hear the end of it when the Nets win the championship. You're never going to hear the end of it when the Nets win the championship.
I mean, the Nets won by what, 100 last night? Listen.
Yesterday Rupp is now back on the Nets train.
I still don't think.
Rupp train. All right, let me do this real quick. Evan, post Arizona State money line, Wake Forest money line. Wake Forest game is starting in about probably, 10 minutes. The other game ran long. But I have Wake Forest money line and a bunch of stuff. If you miss it live, if you miss it, just hit it live. They're a pretty big favorite. They're minus like 500 in this one. But Wake has to win. They're saying Wake's a bubble team. I don't think Wake's a bubble team. I think they're in. But there's a lot of rumors that Wake really needs to get a win or 2 here. So I think Wake's going to come out and just curb stomp Boston College. So put those in as many parlays as you want, live, straight. But Arizona State is another game coming up at 3 o'clock. So if you want to parlay them with Arizona State, that should get you about minus 118. I think that comes out to minus 115, minus 118. So do that now. Anyway, back to Bill being wrong. Bill, what were you saying?
Listen, when they say it's canceled, I believe it's canceled.
When they told you to wear a mask, you believed the mask would help. And then a year later, you're like, these masks are stupid. They don't even work.
Listen, I can only do things that I have to test myself.
How about when the Russian-Ukraine war started and you're telling me it's a war? And I'm like, it's a fake war. And you're like, it's a real war. It's a war. And now all of a sudden you're posting on Twitter. Evan, have you seen Bill's last tweet?
I didn't understand that.
Bill's last tweet is a picture of a building that's obviously not a hospital with a lady who looks clearly photoshopped in saying that they bombed a hospital. Bill calls me up. He's like, they didn't bomb a hospital. Putin said he wasn't trying to kill anyone and let everyone leave. They took a break on war yesterday, and now they're trying to tell us that he bombed a hospital? That doesn't even look like a hospital. I'm like, oh, so you're saying that this war seems to be pretty fucking propaganda-filled, psyop-y fake?
I mean, that woman in the picture looks like she's, like, iconic in. Like, iconic cut and paste her in on the picture. And then they're telling me
guns falling out of the guy's hands, and
they're trying to tell us that that's a hospital. Yeah. Like, that is not a hospital. I don't give a fuck. Like, there's no signs.
I'll pull it up.
Hospital has signs everywhere. Even at the bottom, it says this image was from Mariupol City Council shows the aftermath of Mariupol Hospital after an attack today. I mean, that if you zoom in on the picture, there's not one piece of, like, medical equipment or a hospital or, like, you know, like anything in the fucking...
How much ground footage have you seen? And we'll get off Ukraine here. How much ground footage have you seen, Bill, of people dying and getting bombed?
I mean...
None.
None.
It's not happening. Putin said when he came in that I'm not trying to kill the people. I'm letting them leave. I'm just trying to take over and make a statement.
If anybody thinks that looks like a hospital, I mean... So listen, I believe in what I see. So when they post this and they tell me that's a hospital, I got to take it for a grain of salt, and then I investigate it myself. When the MLB says that it's canceled, I have to believe what they say.
But how many times do I have to be right until you just listen to me? Until you at least just stop fighting me? At least just go, you know what? Tommy's like always right on these things.
Nope.
So maybe I should just fucking not attack him for a month and a half. Like when he told me the Knicks weren't going to make the playoffs and that they were trash, and I was telling him they're a 3 seed. Like now when I'm telling you the Mets are fucking trash. Now when I'm telling you the Nets are going to be fine. Maybe just back off. I mean, I hope you don't. I hope you don't, because it's so much fun to stomp you out when it happens. But, I mean, the definition of insanity, arguing with Tommy G over and over and losing the debate. You're insane.
Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets.
Fuck the Mets. Fucking trash.
Then greet the Mets.
Back to the picks and plays. We got a lot of plays to cover here today. So is there anything else you want to cover in the news before we pivot over? Do you want to move price up? How do we want to do this? You want to do price first or college basketball first? What's
we can move price up because Aber's not here.
All right,
yet,
and we got Aber coming on too, right?
Yeah, Price is here though, so we'll just bring him in now.
All right, so we'll bring Price in now. Then we'll do the college basketball. Then we'll do the NBA. That work?
Works.
Great. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the greatest golf handicapper this side of the Mississippi, Price Wallace, ladies and gentlemen. Golf clap.
Whee!
What's going on?
What's up? What's crack-a-lacking, bro?
Oh, not too much. Just enjoying my day off from work.
Nice.
Oh, day off.
Work.
Nice.
You got to come work over here.
Yeah. This shit's way easier. You know?
Nothing. This shit. So Goat, tell us what we're looking at this week. Tell us a little macro lay of the land on this tournament, and then let it fly, baby. I got my pen out.
So now we move over to one of the more iconic stops on tour, TPC Sawgrass for the players. They're calling it the 5th major. The prize pool is like $20 million. First place gets $3.6 million now. So everyone's out here. It's going to be really good field. I mean, top to bottom, it's definitely like a major feel to it. The problem this week is going to be shitty weather for the first time in a while. It's supposed to rain all day Thursday, all day Friday, and then a cold front moves in. It's going to get cold and windy. We have 20, 25 mile an hour winds on the weekend, so it'll be just about as brutal as last week was with the wind. So you have the really famous 17th hole where you have the island green that everyone loves to see people hit in the water on, but typically you can score on this course. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays with the rain. They do have the sub-air system for the green, so they can suck out all the moisture and make them still tight and firm and run fast. But overall, it should be a really fun week. Hopefully it's not, brutal like Saturday and Sunday were for our guys this weekend, but it should be another fun week.
Yeah, this is obviously going to be a tournament where you're probably going to end up, I would assume, going with a little more known commodities on the outrights, right?
Yes.
Because of, this isn't one of those where you're going to be pounding long shots all day. So I guess from a outright perspective, Who are some of the guys that you see coming in at the top here who have some value? Like who's the favorites first of all that you don't think there's value on?
So probably Justin Thomas. He rates out really well. He won here last year. And he just does everything well except putt. So you got to think he's going to be doing that again. But the real fun is when you get into like the Scheffler Matsuyama range for me.
Okay, so let's get it. Who do you like?
So those are my two favorites by far. Scheffler rates out best for me, but it's kind of tilted in his favor for stats because he's won 2 of the last 3 times he's played. Whereas Decky is just I think a sneaky play. He doesn't have the best history here. He missed the cut last year, but the year before he was actually first round leader before they canceled everything because of COVID. Mm-hmm. And so they didn't get paid out or anything because one guy didn't finish. Oh. But he has, imagine being the guy who
COVID and didn't pay out.
So one guy didn't finish the first round, and it takes one full round for everything to get, completed and paid out. Yeah. And so because that guy didn't finish, a dude didn't win $1 million on DraftKings.
And he probably would have died if he got caught a cold on his course. Being 800 feet away from every other golfer. Yeah.
But I do think you want guys who've been playing the last few weeks because it's been pretty shitty weather and really windy. So you have guys who've done on a couple hard courses coming in. So like Hideki got tore up Saturday and then came back and shot like 3 under on Sunday in fairly tough conditions to do well. We've seen Scheffler come back from behind 2 times, like 9 strokes back and do well. But as far as, I don't think I have really any unknowns for my entire list I bet on.
Right.
For all the subs.
And from so I'm assuming you probably like I'm just looking right now.
Morikawa.
He's a known. I'm assuming I'm just looking here. Yeah, you do. The top 10s for Scheffler and him, right?
Yeah, usually the top end guys who I like to win, it makes sense to top 10 them as well. Just because if they, like Berger the other week when he blew up and finished 4th, you still got paid out on the top 10.
Right. So what are the odds on the top 10 there? Which one do you like better?
I like Scheffler better at plus 300.
Okay, so Scheffler plus 300, top 10. I know you love these top 10s and top 20s, and you've been killing them with them. So you got any others? I know you usually got like a plus 1,000 or plus 500 in there that you like.
Molinari is my favorite long odds top 20 at plus 600.
Okay.
He's another guy.
Molinari, nice Italian boy.
He has really good odds just all the way around because he hasn't really played that well, but he's a really good player. And if he gets it going, he's going to – I mean, those odds are just too low.
All right. Let's see. Molinari, got that. All right. So really we're not expecting too much craziness here, right? Like this is pretty much we should just be playing the best golfers and just really keeping our eye on weather, right?
Yeah, the weather's going to be the biggest thing because it could push to a Monday finish if they can't complete all the rounds. Uh-huh. But I mean, we saw last week everyone get destroyed by 21-hour winds.
Dude. Luckily we hit the Rory first round leader, which was awesome. That nice little plus 2,000 or whatever it was to start the tournament. And then if I'm not mistaken, I think Rory was -9 on day 1. And the winner of the tournament finished -5.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've never seen that in my life, even at like a US Open when they had nice weather on the first day or something. That's insane. That you literally, the leader of the first day shot 9 under and no one for the whole tournament shot 5 under or better than 5 under. Like that. Have you seen that before?
No. The British Open when Shane Lowry won a couple of years ago was like that, but nothing besides those two comes to my recollection. It's just brutal. For DFS after Friday, I was in the top like 0.5% of everything. Yeah. And then my guy shot 58 over. Yeah.
That must have been a disaster for DFS watching that shit.
Luckily, I had Scheffler on FanDuel, so I still finished, I think, like 10th in the Monster. But just fucking brutal to have everybody just shoot. I had a guy shoot 15 over on Sunday in both my DraftKings and FanDuel. Like, that's what I shoot when I go out and play.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that was nuts. I was sitting there. I saw what was going on in day 2, and I had the Rory future, the outright future that you had in there. I actually cashed out for 4 times my money. Like on day 2, I was just like, this is not looking like this. You might as well flip a coin and figure out who's going to win this thing right now, because someone down here is going to end up top. And
then you had Bill Rupp come in with the Scheffler call for like plus 800.
Yes, sir.
Bill Rupp, Billy Putz is back.
Yeah, Sunday was the first time I got back into golf. I watched it most of the day Sunday. Like you were saying, it wasn't just your players you had. It was everybody. Everybody sucked on. I mean, I watched. I'm like, holy shit! Like I've never seen putts missed like that and shots missed, and it was crazy. That was a crazy tournament. Like Tommy said, to go from -9 to nobody even coming close to that, and it was nuts. Hopefully it goes a little bit better this week, but I hear there's a lot of rain coming. So, you said, it might be Rory, a Monday. It might be a Monday finish.
Rory just completely lost his putter. Like, it was amazing. He was putting so well on the first day, and then it just the second I saw him start missing some putts, I was like, bye.
And it was funny because they talked to him after Thursday. He talked about how nice the course was. It was easy. And then after Sunday, he's like, I just need a break. The course was too hard. Just complaining about it.
It's funny. They were bragging about how he doesn't use his green book anymore, right? And he's just reading the putts. And he's like, it's so much better. I'm back now. Just reading the greens. It's so much better. Yeah, and then day 2, he's like, I want to go home.
Talk about that. John Rahm, holy shit, cannot putt anymore.
He's a head case.
I think he's gained like 36 strokes tee to green, which is like 14 more than anybody else, but he's almost dead last in putting over that span.
He looks, when he starts falling apart too, he fucking melts down. Like, he's a very tough person to bet on, even if he's playing good. Because when he's playing good, you don't, like when you're betting against John Rahm, when you have anyone else, you look around and you're like, how is John Rahm still hanging here? Like, how is he still 2 strokes behind my guy? Because you want him out all the time. And when you're betting on him, he's very frustrating to watch. But I don't really bet on him much because
I wish they would pair him with Tyrrell Hatton so you could hear both of them just fucking explode after every bad shot.
Hold on. It's that time of the show, ladies and gentlemen, when Bob's Lessons calls.
Always.
It's literally 2:30 every day. Like every time we have a show, he calls at 2:30. All right, Price. Anything else before we get you go?
Well, at least we know he's alive.
Yeah. I texted him this morning. Anything else, Price, before we let you go?
I was going to steal one of Aber's bets, but I'll let him do it.
All right. Is it a basketball bet?
Yeah.
Yeah, you totally should. Steal everyone's bets. My college basketball ones are in there, too. Take one of those.
No. I'll let Aber the GOAT take over that one.
All right, my dude. I will talk to you soon, Price. We'll see you in the chat. I'm sure you'll have all the DFS and up-to-date weather information live for all the subs. So this seems like a week, guys, where you probably definitely want to be signed up if you're going to be betting golf, because I have a funny feeling Friday and Saturday, depending on that weather forecast, there's going to be a lot of things changing and a lot of edges for Price and the gang. He usually kills day 2 and 3. Those are his specialties. So, Price Wallace, see you in the chat, GOAT.
All right. Y'all take it easy.
Later, brother. I can't wait for this weekend. It's such a fun weekend. College basketball poppin', Bill. We might have great MLB news by then. We're going to have a fucking nice golf tournament, UFC, NASCAR. This is my fifth. Fuck football, bro. This is my favorite time of year. This is the best time of year. So let's get to a couple more college basketball plays while Evan rounds up Aber baby so he can gape with us on here. Let me give you, I have some conference tournament futures too, which we'll do at the end of the show. But remind me to do that, chat and Evan. Remind me to go through some. I'm not going to give all the ones I'm giving out, but I have a couple which I'll give out to these guys on here. Conference tournament futures. So my favorite play of the day is Kansas State. I love Kansas State. To tease one of the futures we have, I actually have them. They're plus 6,000 on Bovada. I took them at plus 3,200 or something, but they're plus 6,000 on Bovada to win the Big 12. Obviously, it's an extreme long shot, right? So this is you throw a fucking some beer money on this, a fucking $1 or $2 on it. We'll throw a little bit more. But I love Kansas State as a team. I feel like this team peaked well late. I feel like they had some really good showings late in the season. I feel like they're a very good team. They're a guard-heavy team with no L impact. It's a solid team. I feel like if they didn't have that lull in the middle of the season, they would easily be in the dance, and they'd probably be a much higher seed than an 8 or 9 seed to start the Big 12 tournament. I think they're about the 3rd or 4th best team in the Big 12, shockingly. Maybe I have a blind spot here where I'm just obsessed with these guys. I'm really obsessed with small, active killer instinct guards. Any of you guys have been with me through my other companies, you know we were betting on Davidson like crazy with Steph Curry, Trae Young in Oklahoma, all these teams that have these star guards that are small, that can take over a game. And K-State has 2 of them. So I don't think they're built for the regular season. I think they're built for tournaments. So they're going to need a real run in this tournament to get into the dance. And I think it starts today. I would not be surprised if they win this game and then actually go out and beat Kansas. So this is my favorite play of the day, Kansas State versus West Virginia. I like K-State. They're minus 120. There's a max bet on the site, and I'm going to have some other ways that we're going to play this, but even a little sprinkle on them to win the conference. I wouldn't be surprised if they make a deep run in the Big 12. There is a little bias here because I want them to. Another play I like is Butler. Butler plus 6.5. I actually haven't heard back from my boy, who's my Butler insider. Let me see. I just heard back from my boy. We are good with Butler. So my buddy literally went there, and he's just phenomenal at knowing when Butler's going to do well or not. So Butler plus 6.5. I liked them this morning. Just got the confirmation, so we're going to up the unit size on that one. So Butler plus 6.5 in this game. They're another team that's really kind of turned the corner a little bit. They're still erratic. They're still a fucking nightmare to watch. They're horrifically coached. Their coach has no fucking idea what to do with their personnel. But I don't think Xavier's that fucking good, honestly. I've been betting against Xavier a lot. I think Butler hangs in this game. I think Butler can win this game, honestly. So if you wanted to take a little sprinkle, little dash on the money line, you could do it. But I do like Butler there, plus 6.5. And I gave you the Arizona State and Wake, and I'm going to give you one more. I like St. John's and Virginia a lot today. So I'm big on both these. Obviously, we always love St. John's in the Big East tournament. And Virginia, I just think, is a better team than a Louisville team who we bet yesterday. They won. They played good. You know, Virginia's a little more rested here. They're the better team. I like both of those. So I'm going to parlay those together just because the lines are a little bit high. If you're looking at St. John's, you're laying about minus 200. If you look at Virginia, you're laying, I think it was minus 230. So I don't want to lay that kind of wood. I also don't want to lay points in conference tournaments if I could avoid it. I only take dogs or money line favorites parlayed. So we're going to parlay those two together. St. John's money line, Virginia money line plus 116. That will be the final bet I'm giving you for free. And I have so many more listed here. So many bets that I want to give you. 2 that I absolutely obsess with. But I can't because you're a freeloading fuck. So get over to 4deepbets.com, sign up. Everything's 45% off. It's March Madness time. And then you don't get mad at us calling you freeloading fucks. You then could be the people calling everyone else a freeloading fuck. And there's nothing better than that. And as a freeloader, you don't get as much Aber baby as you should. But I got my dude in here gaping with a leaking cum-filled donut out of the rape van with the background. Aber baby, what's up, bro?
What's going on, bud?
Nothing much.
How you doing?
Nothing much. So what do we like here today, Aber? And how do you feel about the Nets that I've been saying they're going to turn it around, they're going to be fine? Bill Rupp's, they're dead. They're fucking might not even make the playoffs. What is your take as an NBA expert to break our tie here?
I think it was inevitable that they were going to turn it around. I mean, they weren't healthy. I mean, you can't put a G League team out there every day and expect them to compete with professional basketball players, you know. So right. I think it was inevitable. So they'll be all right. We just you got to hope they don't get hurt again. Let's put it that way.
So you agree that Bill Rupp's
going to struggle all year for him, but
all right. So you agree that Rupp's an idiot. That's good. Okay, cool. Bill, you look skinny today. Doesn't Bill look skinny today? Bill, you look very skinny. Have you been? All right, Aber, what do we like tonight? I hear that Price was just saying he was going to jack your fucking play. So get it out before he pops back in.
He's been saying. Hey man, he's been saying that for a couple of days, which I can't blame him. They're good. They're good fucking plays.
They are good plays. I'm pretty sure.
But
I mentioned,
so
by the
one
way,
of my favorite
I mentioned
bets
yesterday, Aber, I'm fairly certain you went undefeated yesterday.
I did.
You swept the board yesterday, so I left that off when I was bragging about how good we did.
Yesterday, sure. Yep.
All right, you're good.
Yeah, and I mean we kind of got a similar play again tonight, but that's kind of why you got to get in. You got to get in Discord though.
Yeah. All right. So what do we got?
Of course. Can you guys hear me now?
We have a little delay on your feed, so we're talking through each other a little bit. So I'm just gonna shut the fuck up and let you go and rock. So go get it.
Sorry, man. I'm working in a bad area that's got shitty service.
Okay.
So Yeah, so the guys I'm on today, kind of why you got to get in Discord, man. We got a little similar play today as we did yesterday, which was Buddy Hield over 3.5 assists yesterday. So I found a little edge that he's had 8.9 potential assists over the last like 6 or 7 games since he's been with the Pacers, and his number was 3.5. We laddered it, he crushed it, he got 8 assists. So tonight we're going RJ Barrett over 3.5 assists. Another reason why you got to be in Discord was I give those plays out to our subs first, just so that way I make sure they get the best lines. And we got it at plus odds this morning. The number has now moved. Last I looked, it was at minus 110. But Buddy Hield, I'm sorry, mixing up my guys. So RJ Barrett, though, since the All-Star break, they basically shut down Kemba Walker. And RJ Barrett is averaging 8.2 potential assists in that span, which I believe was 6 games. And he's also averaging 5 actual assists. So they had his number posted at 3.5 plus odds. That's an absolute steal for me. I'm okay with also laddering that if you want to go to play it at 5 assists too. I mean, obviously, once you get higher than that, you're above his average rate over the last 6 or 7 games, so you know the risk going in. But definitely love the smash 3.5 for sure. Nice. The other guy – sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so RJ Barrett over 3.5 is the core play. And we can play it up to, you said 5 you're comfortable if we wanted to get some plus money?
Yeah, I agree. Well, we were getting at plus money this morning, though, so.
Yeah, well, that's the non-freeloaders. Yeah.
Yeah, so the other one I'm on, though, is Marvin Bagley over 21.5 points and rebounds. So the Pistons lost Isaiah Stewart last game, so he's going to be out tonight. And Marvin Bagley played 15 second-half minutes. So I'm expecting him to start tonight and play upwards of like 30 to 35-ish minutes, I would say. Basically, going to get a full workload tonight. So since he's been a Piston, per 36 minutes, he's actually averaging 26 points a game and 9.1 rebounds a game. So, I mean, you go ahead and do the math. He's over 30 points and rebounds per 36 minutes. He gets close to 36 minutes, and they set his prop at 21.5. So that's kind of a joke for me.
All right.
So love that play as well.
So I noticed, Bill, you were mentioning when we were talking about what we were going to put on the flyer today, you were mentioning RJ Barrett. You like that too, right?
Yeah, no, I've been riding it, not that exact play, but a form of it for the past few days. I've noticed they've had RJ Barrett's assists and rebounds at 9.5, and he's gone over that every game in the past like 7 games. So I've been riding that. I took it Saturday night and then the other night and then now again tonight. They keep it at 9.5, and he's been going over that every game. So as long as they keep keeping it there, assists and rebounds over 9.5, RJ Barrett. And Healy had an RJ Barrett play also. So
everyone's on RJ Barrett today. It's RJ Barrett day.
That's why we had it on the flyer. All 3 of us were on RJ Barrett. So it's an RJ Barrett day. 3 different bets.
You got Aber, Aber's got the assists over. Bill's got the rebounds and assists over, and Healy has the points, rebounds, and assists over. So I guess I'm going to be playing some RJ Barrett props today, Aber.
Yeah, I don't want to step on anyone's toes here, but I think the reason why that number is getting crushed though is because he's definitely annihilating that assist number. So that's why the number. I was actually
going to say that, Aber. I think the assist number is what's making Bill and everyone else hit. So we're going to give Aber all the credit here. I'm calling. I'm just going with you, Aber. Fuck those other 2 idiots. I'm just going with the assist prop. They could all suck my dick. I'm gonna get that in the first quarter and keep it moving. So, anything else for the NBA tonight that you like, or anything else you're looking at? I don't know what the slate looks like. I'm in college basketball hell.
No, it's a giant slate tonight. 12 games. So yeah, we're gonna have our hands full tonight as far as DFS goes. There's gonna be tons of plays. So so people were asking why we didn't max bet RJ Barrett's assists like we did Buddy last night, and it's just because the quantity of bets is going to be a lot higher tonight than it has been over the last few days. So
all right, so you're probably going to have about 6, 8, 10 bets out tonight with this whole fucking
I would guess somewhere around 6 to 8, yes, probably. All right. So
all right,
so you got to get in Discord and get them, man.
That is 40bets.com 45% off the whole site. All right, Aber baby, appreciate you, brother. I will see you in the Discord.
All right, see you, bud. Have fun, guys. Good luck.
Later.
Peace. All right. Looks like a good start to Wednesday here, Bill Rupp. Look, good start. We got some nice golf plays. You guys are fucking unanimous on some fucking basketball plays. I mean, college basketball is looking good. Nice little start to our little Wednesday.
I got some soccer
Soccer.
too.
I mean, that's exactly what we need. We
Starts
need
in
soccer.
7 minutes.
All right, let's get it.
So I give you. I'm gonna do Mbappe. My man Mbappe from PSG to score a goal plus 135 anytime. Mbappe. I also have another one, but you got to sign up to get it in. It starts at 3. So if you sign up now, you'll be able to get it in. Hurry up. Sign up.
Go put the ad everyone out, Bill. Go put it out.
I already did.
Oh, it's already out. The subscribers already have it. How's that feel? There's a bet that we have out right now that you're not getting. Let's see. So we're going to do some conference tournament stuff. I just want to make sure we covered everything else. I give some futures here. Did the PGA, did the college basketball, did the NBA, did the rumors, did the headlines. Bill gave some soccer. Evan, anything we didn't cover here? I know it's only a 2-game hockey slate, so I don't think we have much there.
No, nothing there.
All right, so we're good. Only 2-game slate. All right. So you don't like anything in the pucks today?
No, I mean maybe the Canadians to stay within the spread, but other than that, not really.
Not really. All right, so let's just spend a few minutes here going over some conference tournament futures. I love this time of year for the futures. Obviously, you guys saw we gave out 3 futures last week on Stay Cashin. One was Belmont plus 260. They lost on a buzzer beater. They actually hit a 3 to take the lead with 5 seconds left, and their coach called a timeout right before the guy released the 3. So that would have put them in the finals. So they would have had a shot. So bad loss there. The other one was Wright State plus 260, which cashed yesterday, and Bellarmine plus 950, which cashed yesterday. So far, 2 and 3 on these conference tournament winners, plus 1,100 and as far as value that you've gotten on those 2. So I have a bunch out right now. Now, I will be honest with you. My favorite conference tournament bets are usually after a game or 2. So like we hit Wright State plus 260 after they won a game or 2. I usually like to see a game or 2. But I always like to throw a little bit of the longer shots out early, like the Kansas State plus 5,000 or whatever you guys are getting it at, just because if they do win a game or 2, that value won't be there. And then the favorites that I like, I usually wait a little bit. So I'm going to give you a couple here right now. Let me go to my list. Give me a second. Let me pull this up on FanDuel. And all right. So one of my favorite ones, okay, this is probably my favorite value conference tournament bet. Now, there's a difference between a lot of people who say this is a value bet. I don't believe in a value bet that can't win, right? So if you have a shitty team that's plus 8,000 and they should be plus 4,000, I don't want them. I don't want the value because they're either going to win or they're not, right? So value means nothing. So my favorite value bets are good odds that are higher than I thought that I legitimately think are going to win. So I'm going to put this one on the list here. Actually, you can write it in there while I do it. Memphis is, in my opinion, definitely going to win the AAC. I loved them last year in this spot. They came a buzzer beater away from winning it. They've already beaten Houston literally just the other day. They fucking beat them. So this is a team that is very good. The problem with Memphis is they're fucking poorly coached. Anthony Hardaway they play street ball, right? Looks like you went to Rucker Park. A bunch of super athletes that got rejected by Duke and North Carolina, and they all go to Memphis. So Memphis is plus 350 to win this tournament, the American Athletic Conference. Houston's minus 145. That number's ridiculous. Houston should not be minus 145. Houston should be plus 150, and Memphis should be plus 180, 200. The gap between these two teams is not a lot at all. I will actually argue that Memphis is the better team. They're the better athletes. They're just more poorly coached. So this time of year, this is Memphis's time, man. They've rolled off like fucking – this was a team that wasn't even making the NCAA tournament midseason. And we were all sitting there going, what the fuck? Because I was so high on them coming in. They won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of their last 11 games, including a curb stomping of Houston last game. We bet Memphis heavy plus 3. They beat them by 20. They were winning by 30 at one point in that game. And they won at Houston a few weeks ago. So Memphis is the better team. They've already beat their ass twice. They stomped them out by double digits both times. Why are they plus 350 and Houston's minus 140? Not to mention last year when Houston was significantly better than Memphis by a lot, they still beat them once and fucking had a buzzer beater loss. So Memphis plus 350 to win the AAC is retarded. House that. like hammer that. I'm putting 3-4 units on that, where we usually put like 1 unit on a conference tournament. So that's my favorite one. Okay. And when that wins, you have to sign up. You have no choice. So put whatever the 100, put $30 on it. So when it wins 100, you come sign up. Another one that I really like a lot. This one's plus 500. Not giving you that. Not giving you the plus 2,700, plus 750. I'm going to give you another low one. You gotta sign up to get the big bangers. I'm going to give you UCLA plus 250. Okay. So that's another one I really like. I'm very high on this UCLA team. Bobby would like this because they have Ukrainian colors, just like the Rams. So it goes with the conspiracy theory angle. But so when I target conference tournaments, the reason we do so well with conference tournaments is it's not about what team I like the most. It's about how many teams in that conference do I think have a legitimate shot to win. So if I can narrow it down to 2 teams, then it's a much better bet than if I love a team, but there's 5 other teams that can win. This is a conference where only 2 teams can win this. USC sucks. Okay, I'm going to tell you this right now. USC sucks. We're going to be betting against USC all the time. We're going to be betting against them in March Madness, and we're probably going to be betting against them in this tournament. So USC is not good. Oregon's fucking trash. They're the most overrated team in the country. They're dog shit. And I honestly think Washington State is the 3rd best team in this conference. I think they're actually better than Oregon and USC. So if you wanted to take a little grain of salt on Washington State, you can there. But there's 2 teams that can win this, and it's Arizona and it's UCLA. The same way there was 2 teams, Houston or Memphis, that's going to win that. UCLA is plus 250. Arizona's minus 135. We saw what UCLA did last year. UCLA is notorious for doing this all the time, where they're a little undervalued, and then they just go up and fuck your world up if you bet against them. So I think this UCLA team should be about the same odds as Arizona. Arizona has holes. UCLA has veterans who've been to the Final Four with Uzang and people like that. So last time they played, Arizona won the first one. UCLA won the first game by 16. Arizona won the second game by 10. So they've split. They're pretty much even with each other. They both fucking won by double digits on their home courts. This is going to be a situation that favors UCLA. UCLA plus 250 to win their conference. Get that in now, because once they win a game, that'll drop down lower. So those are my 2 favorite conference futures. And as I told you before, I have a few real long shots, like the Bellarmine one we just hit for plus 1,000. So a couple others I really like here, a couple 500s and 750s that I think should be like 400 or 250. So we also have a conference tournament parlay in with Memphis, UCLA, and another team for plus 4,600. And you got to sign up to get the other team. So hopefully that helps. We're going to have a big show Friday because these conference tournaments will get going. And Bill, anything you wanted to add before we get out of here? I know I talked a lot, but college basketball time, so I tend to do
No, I'm just putting in some bets. So
okay. Anything else you wanted to cover before we hit the road, Jack?
no, I mean, that's about it, I guess.
All right. Well, final words?
Collect on Monday, and let's win it today. Cash it.
All right. Let's do it. Evan Hand.
Follow the TikTok. Sign up for BetUS right here. Use the link in the bio. And that's it.
All right. And follow me on Truth Social. I just got on. Tommy G Returns. I'm there. I'm part of the conspiracy app. So we'll see how that goes. See if I can get kicked off an app owned by Donald Trump. That would be amazing if that happened. But that's pretty much it, guys. Come in, sign up, get on board. $27 you can get in for. But really, sign up for the March Madness package. Get in for the next month or so. And we promise to continue to fuck it. We'll keep you guys updated on everything going on the site. We'll be live in the Discord at 5:30 p.m. And we'll be back on Friday. So no bets for you tomorrow. Only way you're going to get them is 4deepbets.com. VIP. Sign up. Click the fucking button. Come join. Come fuck. We'll see you in the Discord. Chat. 5:30 p.m. For Evan, for Aber, for Price, for Bill. I am Tommy G. Good luck. Stay cashin', motherfuckers.
Let's go!